Ooh. So many coins. And a feather. Can't bet.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
Okay. What is up, my cranky crew? It's Ethan from CrankGameplays, and today we're here in a game called Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. So I don't really know much about this game, but my good friend Catherine has been ranting and raving all about this game and has said that it looks really good. She's been excited about it. So I saw it on Steam today and I was like, wait, I should play that game. So I'm going to play this game. So let's get to it. So night is fallen, you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above. In front of you is a brightly lit wooden house. Okay, so I mean we have to go to the house.
Hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Who's inside? Hello? Oh, look at me. I am a weary traveler. I am, wait. Are you a wolf person?
And join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
All right, well, let's take a peek around.
The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
All right, who else?
The man in gray across from you, though, he's good.
That dude.
He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him.
All right, let's keep playing then.
One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
Who is this man in gray? Is he the one that dropped the feather? Ah, they're leaving, one at a time, until it's just me and the man. Ah. Ooh. 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 Uh-oh. 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 Am I gonna get murdered?
It's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand?
I feel like something bad is gonna happen if I win, which I probably will. I mean, I don't know a lot about poker. I don't really know how to play it, but I'm pretty sure it's like the best hand that you can have.
He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great.
That's what I thought.
The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
Nothing can beat me.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile.
His whole pile?
You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that.
Oh. So we have to fold.
The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
Okay, so, I mean, I can't lose, right? Right? I feel like I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna go for it.
The man in gray smiles. All right, then. I'll call.
I'll show him. Hey. I knew it! I knew I was Wait, was that me? Oh, wait, what? Mr. Wolfman. How did that happen? How did my card switch around?
Well,
you tricked me.
Wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure, but more than that. Your labor.
Okay.
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones. Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie.
Huh.
All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy.
Why do you want me to
Most of the
spread
stories you'll find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling.
Why do you want me to spread the stories, though?
Are the true ones. The ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit, perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Okay. Well, one time I was going to the grocery store, better story. One time I was out in this field with my friends, and we were playing tag, and then a kid pantsed me, and I was so embarrassed, and I ran home. And that's the story. Okay, so we have to tell him a story. Who is this dude? So 3 staves: travel, choice, morality with justice, the world, heaven, desires fulfilled, wishes come true, fortune, fate, and luck, wheel of fortune, or the tower, death, change, ending move. Oh wait, are these tarot cards? I think these are tarot cards. I'm gonna go with travel, because I am a traveler. Tell the story of the northbound train blinking its giant eye as it crawls through the night. Tell the story of the endless series of doors of different kind, each leading only to more doors. Tell the story of the parting of a cloud of fog to reveal a brief glimpse of a land of promise and plenty. Tell the story of a tossing of a pair of bone dice on a blood-red velvet table. They come up snake eyes and wink at you. Or tell the story of a black and gray city where every building is filled with desiccated corpses. I think I want to do the first one. Let's do this one for now. I don't know if we can change it later, but you tell the story of the northbound train.
That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them.
Yeah.
People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliche in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another.
Nifty, nifty. Okay, what about this one? Tell the story of the endless series of doors of different kinds, each leading to more doors. Are we just gonna tell you all the stories?
Make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy? Don't gather too many of one kind, though.
Oh.
This grand story needs variety.
Okay, good to know. I will keep that in mind. This is the story of the fog. The
Your deepest desires.
brief glimpse of the
Your
promised
greatest
land.
wish, heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain? El Dorado, the promised land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine.
That's almost the name of the game.
Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing.
Okay, let's do the eyes then.
It's just
Snake
luck.
eyes.
Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty. Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you. It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people. Not many who can do that.
All right, and the last one, the tower with the corpses. What do you have to say about this one, mister?
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you'll feel pain.
That doesn't sound
Hunger,
fun.
weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories, the part not often told.
Do you want me to
death,
tell those
yes.
parts?
But don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back. Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience for you. I'm jealous in some ways. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay, well, okay, very different from what I thought, but all right. Oh, he did strip away my flesh. He did. I don't got any left. Okay, well, what's here? Is this a story for us to see? What is it? How do I search
This
it?
bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway.
All
The
right.
two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. One shouts at you. Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?
Okay, so sure, no, I'll be nice if I have some.
You're
I
about
guess.
to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? They demand.
I don't.
Once they've
I am
dumped
just a
your
weary
bag
traveler.
out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash. Sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
All right, I guess we'll move on. New story, the women arrested for bootlegging. I don't know them. So we gotta go around and collect stories. But then, as we're collecting the stories, oh, we can whistle. Well, that's fun. So, we have come to the first fork in the road. Can we go back? We can. So let's go over to this town over here, I guess. This little thing. So we have to spread the stories, but at the same time, or we have to get Portland. I grew up, I bet this is Oregon. Is this Oregon? Wait. I wonder if this is Portland, Maine, because there's a lighthouse. Wait, it might be! 95! I-95! Wait! What the fuck? I grew up in this town in real life! What? That's so weird.
They don't come every year, you know. The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
Oh. Okay, watch the seagulls? Sure, let's watch the seagulls.
They seem to wait for something together, fidgeting and rubbing against one another.
Probably waiting for fish.
And when they fly off, they fly together. These two, these same two, have been coming here ever since I was a boy, the old man says.
I didn't know that seagulls
He
lived
watches
that
them
long.
fly away until their bodies are dots vanishing into the low sun. Always the same pair. Wonder what keeps him coming back to this town. He shrugs. It must be home.
Or maybe a vacation spot, huh? Maybe a little vacation. This is so weird. They've got a little Portland, Maine.
The woman walks the small town square with the poise of Betty Davis. A confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise.
I will ask
You
around.
question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house. Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date, and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon.
She doesn't have to
Excuse
remove
me.
any ribbons.
Step back from the coupe. That's the spirit. You decide to seek a second opinion.
Yeah, let's
You
ask
talk
somebody
with
else.
a waitress
Dude's a dick.
smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Let's approach
You
the
ask
woman.
the woman if you may join her at a public bench. You may. Lovely outside, isn't it? Her eyes are a beautiful shade of brown. Beneath the yellow ribbon, a thick, fibrous scar wraps around her throat. Where's that like this?
So that's why.
It reminds me of Paris.
So she's French. And she has a big scar on her neck, which is why she's wearing the little scarf. See, it says Maine! It's my home! That's cool. Portland headlight. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's search it.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon,
That's my
and you don't
home.
relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open, with a daunting staircase before you.
Aha,
At
climb
the
up.
top of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door. Looks like
Let's
we got a
listen to some
visitor.
secrets.
Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough. Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door. Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead.
All right, let's
After
wait for
a
them to open
moment,
the door.
The door
Let's be very
unlatches
polite.
from the
Don't want any trouble.
inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand. Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Aw, it's the big dude with the
Despite the rough exterior, this room
the
looks
voice.
like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea?
Oh.
He offers, hoisting a teapot.
Oh, I would love some tea. Been here long, or it must be lonely up here. Oh, that sun face. Been here long.
A few
let's see.
years. The tall one sits on the sofa, wrapping his arm casually around the other lighthouse keeper. 5, says the smaller, but by no means small, man. That long? Time flies. We traveled together before that. You must have some good stories from the road, huh?
Well, I have. Oh, this is the first time that we get
Wake
to.
up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea.
Aw.
And cakes? There might have been little cakes.
Huh.
Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
All right. I thought that we were gonna. See, it is Portland, Maine. That's where I grew up. It is. Ooh, hold Q to hitchhike. Hello? Hey! Could I get in your car, please? Could I have a little bit of a ride? Am I gonna. Ooh, going down to Boston, eh? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hell yeah. Is that where they're going, or are we just gonna keep going until until who knows where. Aha! Into Boston we go. Enter Boston. Let's do it. Let's go, let's go. Red brick, green trees, blue sky. In this weather, Boston is beautiful. That is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted streets. All right, so explore, earn money, train station, store. Let's explore a little bit.
This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner, a car approaching.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Unable to afford rescue.
Yeah, because I don't think I have any money, do I?
The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place. Was this always a moonless night? The stars multiply, each one looking like a pinprick through which light is exiting the terrestrial world.
All right, let's keep walking down the street.
Your way through in pitch darkness. You go by touch and sound, feeling the scale of the streets by the echoing of your footsteps, fingers tracing the rough surface of the buildings. And then, a rumble of noise in the distance. You quiet
what do we
yourself,
have here?
suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you it's not thunder, but cannon fire.
Cannon fire?
The city comes alive with fires and shouting.
This is a bad time to be in Boston.
By a mob of men in thick brown coats, a phalanx of bayonets advancing up the street. When you come to,
I say.
there's no sign of the commotion, the war that you were just caught in. The comically shrill honk of a Model A running up the road startles you, and you crawl toward the sidewalk. Above, the sky is a sharp, cold, cloudless blue.
Well, that's a good story for Mr. Wolfman. I'm sure he'll like that one. Jeez. Okay, let's earn money. That would be good to have. Okay, you wander around the streets looking for a way to make some cash. Let's look for work. The factory gates swing open. Who here could use a sewing machine? Shouts the foreman. You can mend holes with a needle and a thread, but you haven't lived in the same house as a sewing machine in years. Let's raise our hand. Let's do it. What have we got to lose? You're ushered into a factory filled with machines you've never seen before. You see spools of leather straps, sliding frames of steel, nothing you recognize. Oh well. They explain the machinery to your group, but the instructions are totally mystifying. A thick-armed woman next to you makes a grunt of recognition. She probably actually knows how to use the sewing machine, huh? You know you absolutely cannot fake competency here. Admit your lie. Fake a catonic spell. Let's admit. The foreman breaks into an uproarious laughter. I get at least one of you folks a day, he says. Everyone wants work. Look, I appreciate you coming clean. He turns to the rest of the group. Anyone else want to admit they can't sew? No one raises their hand. All right, well, the foreman makes a counteroffer. Heavy lifting in the back warehouse. Pays less than working with the machines, but hey, it's money. All day long, though, whenever you see the foreman walking by, you feel a flush of embarrassment break out on your cheeks. Well, at least we earned a little bit of money, though. That's good. Let's go to the store. I don't really need anything, do I? Let's just go to the train station. New York or Detroit? Oh, whoa, that's a lot of travel. I don't have the money for that. So let's leave. Let's go back on our shoesies and into Rhode Island. What is this little, like, campfire right here? What is this? Camp. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. Whoa,
Hey there,
hey.
stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me. If you're respectful, that is.
Yeah,
This
thank
here
you.
is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Hey, Quinn, I like your dogs.
These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one
Aw.
with the spots is Flip.
Aw.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up.
Nice.
Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
Oh, I got stories for you. Ooh, oh boy. Okay, here are all the stories you've collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. Okay, this is the subject for each story here. If you tell this person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the subject of love. Poor things. Okay. So the night goes on, this icon will move left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over, and so is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be so you can find them again. If you tell them the types of stories they request, you'll gain their trust and the eye will open. When it opens fully, the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. They'll remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open up the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Okay, let's see, family, past memories, authority. Let's do, tell the story of the seagulls from the fisherman in Portland, Maine. Stories of the clamor on the streets of Boston, definitely not that one. The arrested one. Story of the elegant woman, okay. Let's do the seagulls, that seems to be the happiest one. Well, happiest one indeed. Not necessarily funny,
I
but...
don't get too much out of tales that are so cheerful. Not enough excitement for me.
Oh, you want excitement?
My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said.
All right, well, you want something
you
cool.
got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Oh, yes, I will. Which one is it? The story of the strange clamor on the streets of Boston. That was the one, right? Yeah, that one. I got a good story for you. I was caught up in like almost a war.
Were you trying to scare me? Well, you didn't go far enough. Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirits. I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up. Would swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Oh boy, I'm running out of exciting stories. The elegant woman? I mean, I could tell you that one. I don't know if it's really all that exciting.
Well, that
kind
was
of.
a lively tale.
Was it? Okay, well that's good.
Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs.
Aw.
I don't need no jocker looking out for me. So if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful.
No, that's
You
not.
wanna keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that.
I'm not trying to.
I wanna
I'm
hear
sorry.
one of them venturing tales. Got any?
I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't have any. That one's just sad. Sure you want to leave? Leave.
Leaving already? Well, me too. I think I'll go check out what's happening up the road this way. Maybe I'll see you around.
All right. I'll see you around. This is a nice story. Nice little story. Oh, so you're going to Pennsylvania. Yeah, see, this is where I grew up, right over here. That's so cool. I wonder how far you can travel. I mean, I'm assuming you can go out anywhere. Anywhere in the U.S. That's real cool. That's real cool. All right, let's close it. Let's
Tramping
get out
life
of here.
suits me just fine. Every day is a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
All right. Well, that's cool. All right, I am going to end this one here, but I definitely want to play more of this game. It'll be a nice little shorter series because I think this game is only like 2 or 3 hours long. But I am going to end this one here. I like this a lot so far. I like it especially because it has my hometown in it, and that was just a nice little surprise. But in the next episode, we'll spread more stories, we'll get some more stories, spread the seed around, and plant some great stories in people's minds. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slap that like button right in the face, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all, stay cranky, bye. What is up, my cranky crew?